great people, great leaders don't bring a lot of stress to the workplace. I mean, if that's what your boss or you look like in a workplace, you know, that's not the way we should come to work. You got to find a way to reduce your stress level. All right, stress is here to stay, and so you got to reprogram yourself to that. Some of you type A, type B. Some of you like walking up the escalator. That's type A. You're sitting there and like keep pushing the elevator. Come on, come on, come on. Once the light's on, it's on. Okay, it's an electronic device. Tapping it more does not make it come faster. Okay, and all that staging. Here it comes. You know, trying to look through the crack and see where it comes, get over there faster. I mean, the elevator door, you stand, it takes a while to close. Are you one of those people, when people open up, you're like, oh, I'm sorry. You got to let everybody out because you're about to bulldoze in there? And you might be a little bit of type A like that. I mean, I'll admit, I'm a recovering type A. I'm always looking for a little competition, you know. What do you pay for that? How much you make? You know, I'm always looking for that level. I'm bad about that. Sometimes even in the shower, you know, when you turn off the shower and the water's running down the drain, I'll sometimes grab the towel and try to dry off before the water gets off like it's a race. You know. The other day I got out of the shower. This was actually last summer when it was extremely hot. And I got out of the shower and I was standing there naked. That's the way we shower at our house. And my wife, you know, looked at me like, I'm like, nobody dries off as fast as I do. She's like, you don't even look dry to me. You know, and so she says, I said, I'm going to mow it was really hot. So I said, I'm going to mow the grass just like this. What do you think the neighbors will say? She was carrying some clothes out. She said, I think they said I married you for your money. You know, relationships can be difficult. Some of these stories I don't want to tell my daughter in the room, but you know, it was like Tuesday, a couple weeks ago, Tuesday night, we were in bed, and close your ears there, Dave. And so my wife is like rubbing around on the bed and sort of like rubbing over me like this. And I'm like, what? Tuesday night? What exactly did I do on Tuesday? I did go to there's tutoring. I was home early. I did take him to dinner, but, you know, and so she's, you know, rubbing me and everything, and I'm sliding over there like, you know, it's going to be good for a Tuesday. And all of a sudden she stopped, and I said, why'd you stop, sweetheart? And she said, I found the remote. Yeah, close your ears.
I've heard it before.
Here's a pistol. We saw some girl out there. Every time we see her, she's drunk. And she goes, and she was an old girlfriend, and she says, did she always drink that much? I go, I mean, not when I dated her, really, until after we broke up. She started drinking so much. She's like, that's a mighty long time to celebrate. It's not nice. So, you know, type B, they relax, they lay back, you know. Which type B? You need to be careful being type A. Twice as likely to develop heart disease, 4 times more likely to have a heart attack, and 7 times more likely to die in the first year. If you're all jazzed up, amped up all the time, wishing you walked through like that people mover in the Atlanta airport where you're walking through on that belt, you can't go through life like that. You need to stop, relax. I mean, just look around. I mean, if you think every red light is too long, I mean, you might have an issue. I mean, I was going through Atlanta, and I was in that 285 traffic, and there was some guy with a USA Today paper, and he's up there reading it, because we're like in a parking lot. And so I'm driving in and out of the traffic, trying to get through there, this lane going, now this lane, I get in this lane, and I go there, and I do this for like 35 minutes, and then all of a sudden I see this guy pull right up beside me, like reading the sports section. I'm like, oh my, I'm like to put the car in park, but I go, man, did you see how hard I'm driving? I'm driving so hard, you just pull up beside me like this? Making that face does not make you go faster. I'm upset because he's just relaxed over there like some type B guy. Get in the game, guy, get in the game. Red light turns green. You know. I think it was even Sarah Davy asked me one time, Daddy, why does when the light turns green, does everybody just not push the pedal on the far right? We all just go. I'm like, that is a very good question. You know, I see the light back here striking my retina. You know, why don't we all go at the same time? I mean, it frustrates me. So stress is like a faucet. It releases all those chemicals in you and rips and tears and sears your cells. You need to get a hand on your faucet. You know, if you can't afford that, you can't, you know, you got to be careful how much stress you're putting in your life. Certainly with 1,300 weeks for me, don't let organizational stress come in there and start to influence you like that. All those kinds of negative things happen with stress. You don't want all that kind of stuff like that. Leaders laugh, successful people laugh, happy people laugh. You need to loosen up. There's humor all around you. Look around here, I see a bumper sticker that says, kids in the back seat cause accidents, accidents in the back seat cause kids. You know, I mean, if you look around, it's everywhere. Humor is everywhere. I was returning a rental car at Colorado Springs just the other day, and I'm in there in the gas station. I'm filling up, and we don't have this in Alabama. I don't know if y'all got it here. All of a sudden, there's like voice from beyond, which I think is the guy in there, or somebody goes, "Do you know that 9 out of 10 bras don't fit?" And I'm like a woman standing right there. I'm like, I didn't know that. I mean, you know, I'm like, and then I just drove up. That was pretty funny, you know. I mean, it's just, if you'll look around, you can find humor everywhere you look. Abraham Lincoln, one of my favorite quotes, we can complain because rose bushes have thorns or rejoice because thorn bushes have roses. What do you see in life?